Welcome back to Sputnik. A self-taught working-class artist is something to be, whether you're John Lennon, who would have been 79 this week, or Dean Martin. Not that Dean Martin, I mean the mad artist Dean Martin, whose work features some of Britain's worst gangsters and political leaders, careful you don't get them mixed up, who is attracting rave reviews.
Next month is his exhibition at the art market, and it's sure to be packed out.
Snapped up by the Wishbone publication, memories are made of this. The artist himself graces us with his presence. It's Dean Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Dean, we are your biggest fans.
Thank you.
Now, you've just had an exhibition with Banksy. You're hobnobbing with the top-notchers in the art world. When you started, your face didn't fit. And that was before your beard.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I did try with the art world before. I went to a gallery, took them some paintings, and they just put them in the drawer. And like you say, the face didn't fit, full of tattoos, went against the whole fine art face of it, sort of thing. So yeah, I'm struggling.
And so, and what did you do then?
You just gave up?
But yeah,
For years?
Yeah, 15 years, near on 15 years I stopped. And then a friend of mine asked me if I could paint their children. So I just went and bought some more paints and give it a go. Started off painting pop art and then just added more and more details as I went to the stage I'm at now.
And self-taught, I mean, I like self-taught. I'm myself self-taught, left school early, went to work in a factory and so on. So everything I know, I kind of sort it out myself. But how do you do that as an artist? It's one thing as a political figure, but as an artist, how do you self-teach yourself?
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, just try and learn from your mistakes, really.
And the range of your work is phenomenal. I mean, you've got from Donald Trump, Sadiq Khan, Jeremy Corbyn, all these political figures, and then some gangsters.
Don't forget the bunnies carrying the Gucci bags.
The bunnies are astonishing. They were sold before you'd even finished them, is that right?
Yeah, I'd started on the first one, showed the boss at the publishing house, and he said, yep, sold 3 already, so do another 2. So
Wonderful.
That's fantastic.
Nice when that happens.
Well, I'm not going to ask you who Banksy is, because that would be unfair. Is that the height of your career so far? Because he's the maestro, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, not every day you get the opportunity to exhibit alongside Banksy, and the publicity, what comes of it, is just catapulted me even more up the sort of ladder.
Yeah, and, well, this exhibition we'll speak about in a minute, that's going to that'll go up like the Sputnik, in my view. But this gangsters thing, I mean, not only have you done the best artwork around Peaky Blinders, in fact, you could even get a spot on Peaky Blinders, Tom Hardy.
Or Arthur, yes.
or Arthur, yeah. But Tom Hardy would be better. Not only have you done this peerless series of portraits about Peaky Blinders, but you've actually done real-life gangsters. What was that like? I mean, what were they like?
They're lovely people now, you know. They've all done their time, done their crime, served their time, come out, and they're all reformed characters now. Every one of them does a lot for charity.
Although you must have been hoping they liked what you painted.
Oh, yeah, definitely, you know.
How did this come about anyway?
What, with the gangsters?
Yes, I mean, who came knocking on whose door?
I've always been fascinated with a naughty boy. Growing up, I wasn't into sort of footballers. It was more the boxers and the sort of naughty boys. And I just started painting them. Charlie Richardson's wife seen my portrait of Charlie. We got really good friends, and she put on an exhibition. All the old school gangsters were there, sort of thing. Faces, chaps.
I saw that.
Well, they don't like being called gangsters. They're faces, chaps. So
Faces.
yeah, faces, chaps. Yeah.
Well, if that's what they want to be called, let's call them that. But it is, I mean, I suppose what I'm getting at is just how eclectic, how broad the spectrum of your subject matter is. I mean, Van Gogh painted a lot of flowers, but you paint from Donald Trump to, you know, Charlie Richardson, the chap, the face. You paint Jeremy Corbyn pulling a mask off. And then you're painting bunnies with designer handbags. Do you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to do a gangster today, or I'm going to do a political leader today?
Yeah, sort of in a way. I'll have a theme in my head. I'll work off sort of current issues, sort of thing. With the politicians, it was all when the Brexit vote was taking place, and to be honest, you can't trust a politician in my eyes. So that was the idea with the politicians, is to sort of expose them for what they are, sort of thing. But on the whole, yeah, I'll just, if I see a picture, I think I could change that into something, you know. And
well, you mentioned Brexit. I mean, one of your very finest pieces, sadly already sold, or I'd have bought it myself, is the European Union playing Britain
Played like a fiddle.
Like a fiddle, from which I infer that you are a supporter of Brexit. I bet you're the only artist, certainly in London today, that is pro-Brexit. But if we Brexit, there'll be a lot of post-Brexit art. You were ahead of the game on that. What were you thinking about when you painted the EU playing Britain like a fiddle?
I just thought they'd been playing us like a fiddle for too long, you know. We need to be out.
The political side of things is obviously extremely fruitful. They're even apparently bringing back spitting images with the dummies. I mean, in a way, that is a variant of what it is that you are doing with your political stuff. But the really commercial stuff is the handbags, the bunny with the handbags and so on. What are you going to be showing at the exhibition in the art market?
It'll feature a set of Peaky Blinders, animals with guns, animals with designer handbags.
I noticed that. What's behind the animals with guns?
Again, it was just really to show that guns can be dangerous or in anyone's hands, really. You know, it's not the gun what's dangerous. It can be dangerous in anyone's hands, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit of a gimmick, really.
So on exhibition will be Peaky Blinders, your animals with guns, your designer handbags. Yeah. You might have to paint a lot more of them, by the way. And of course the political stuff.
None of the political stuff will be on the exhibition. That's already pre-sold, so...
It's already pre-sold?
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
That's all gone, I'm afraid.
So where and when is the exhibition?
It's in Cottingham, just southwest of Hull, and that's on the 9th of November.
9th of November.
So if you're in the area, pop along.
And what is Wishbone? They represent you, do they?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest publishers in the UK, one of the biggest in Europe. They handpick their artists, so very privileged to have been picked by them.
Wishbone, have they ever signed a person like you before?
To be honest, they said I'm the best they've ever worked with. Like, most natural, gifted, untaught artist, had no formal training, and they regard me as the best they've worked with, so that's another good compliment.
What about your neighbours, your friends and so on? Do they know that you are on the brink of being a major celebrity?
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I would. Trust me. I would.
They all just says,
this might be your first TV interview. It's not going to be your last, I promise you. Do they look at you any differently? Do they know?
A few people... I'll get recognised a lot more at the minute, and that's crazy. I don't expect to be walking up the street and say, hello, Dean, sort of thing. But yeah, it's...
About the point that you made earlier, that in, 15 years ago, your face didn't fit. How do you reckon the art industry has changed in that regard?
If it was down... If I had to apply, I think, to go in the fine art gallery, on appearance, I don't think I'd be accepted.
Still not?
Still not, no. But where I was spotted by Wishbone, they do all the dealings with the galleries and everything, so literally I'll just sit indoors now and paint they deal with all the telephone calls, dealing with the public. So that's, I think, a good way of how I got in, sort of.
You could
through the
just
back door.
you could turn up at a fine art gallery with all these chaps. All these faces.
threaten them.
I tell you, they wouldn't lock the door, or maybe they would. But you need. I mean, you need extra locks on your doors now. This is very serious financial situation you're in. These are being bought before they're done. They're changing hands at great, and the one you gave us will be treasured by us.
Thank you.
But if we were to sell it, I could sell it for thousands right away, and we're very grateful to you for that gift. Now, that's going to change your life, really completely. Are you going to remain where you are? Going to remain in the house that you are? How will it change your life?
I'd like to stay where I'm living, yeah. I mean, I don't see myself as better than anyone else. Even if I become a millionaire, I'm still one of your own, working class, you know. Yeah, I'd love to still live in my house.
So no Marbella, no Saint-Tropez, no yachts?
I might do the Bahamas, you know. But yeah, no, I'm happy living where I live.
Finally, if you don't mind me asking, the name Dean Martin. As a Dean Martin fan myself, how did you get the name?
My uncle, my mum and dad were struggling for a name. He said, why don't you just call him Dean? And then it stuck. And I've had the Mickey taken from me ever since.
Including today?
Including today, yeah.
Can you sing?
Not very well.
Well, you're a great artist.
Thank you.
That I can definitely vouch for. And after seeing this interview, everyone will be searching you on the internet.
I do hope so.
Mad artist though, yeah? Because you can't claim the Dean Martin now.
The mad
But
artist.
I will be dropping the Mad Artist next year. The publishing house want me to drop the Mad Artist and just
become
go Dean Martin.
Dean Martin,
yeah.
fine artist.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us
No
on
worries,
this.
thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Cheers.